Good day, everyone. Today, I'll be discussing fake news, disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation. These are major issues in today's digital world because information spreads very quickly through social media platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, X, YouTube, and Messenger. Because of this, many people can easily be influenced by false or misleading content without verifying if it is actually true. Before discussing the three concepts, I would first like to explain the objectives of this presentation. The first objective is to help everyone understand the differences between disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation. Although these terms are related, they do not mean the same thing. The second objective is to show real examples so we can understand how fake news affects society, politics, public opinions, and even personal lives. The third objective is to encourage everyone to become responsible digital citizens by learning how to fact check information before sharing it online. Now let us begin with the first concept, disinformation. What is disinformation? Well, disinformation is false information that is intentionally created and spread to deceive people. The person posting it already knows that it is false but spreads it anyways to manipulate opinions, gain support, create panic, or attack others. One recent example involved an AI generated video claiming that there was a massive rally supporting an extension of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s term. The video spread widely on Facebook, and many people believed it was real. However, fact checkers later discovered that the video was generated using artificial intelligence. The reason why this was identified as fake is because several signs revealed digital manipulation. First, the crowd movements look unnatural and repetitive. Second, the lip movements in audio were not synchronized properly. Third, AI detection tools found evidence that the footage had been artificially generated. Fact checkers also searched for official news reports about the rally, but no legitimate news organizations confirmed that such an event actually happened. The technique used to verify that this news was fake included reverse verification through trusted news agencies, checking for inconsistencies in visuals and audio, and using AI detection analysis. This is an example of disinformation because the creators intentionally try to deceive viewers using fake media. Another example of disinformation involved edited images and fake health rumors about President Marcos. Some posts falsely claimed that media organizations were hiding his supposed severe illness using manipulated images and misleading captions. Fact checkers later proved that the images had been altered and taken out of context. Now, let us move to misinformation. What is misinformation? Well, misinformation is false or inaccurate information shared without the intention to deceive. In this case, the people spreading it usually believe that the information is true. A common example is fake class suspension announcements during typhoons or bad weather. Many edited graphics pretending to come from official government pages circulate online. Students and parents often repost them immediately without checking official announcements. Another real example involved a viral video claiming that a massive rally supporting Vice President Sara Duterte had recently happened. However, fact checkers discovered that the footage was actually from a music festival in Spain and the audio had simply been edited to sound like a political rally. The reason this was proven false is because investigators traced the original video source and found that it was uploaded years earlier from a completely unrelated event outside the Philippines. The audio was also digitally replaced. The technique used here was reverse image and reverse video searching. Fact checkers compared frames by the viral clip with older online footage and matched them to the original Spanish festival video. This helped prove that content was misleading. This becomes misinformation when ordinary users unknowingly share the edited clip because they think it is real. Now, let us discuss malinformation. Malinformation is different because the information being shared may actually be true, but it is spread with the intention to harm, embarrass, or harass someone. One example is the leaking of private screenshots, personal messages, or old social media posts to publicly shame individuals online. Sometimes the screenshots are real, but they are posted maliciously to damage reputations or encourage online harassment. A recent example connected to this involved online attacks and harassment after the arrest of former President Rodrigo Duterte in connection with the International Criminal Court investigation. Victims, families, and activists reportedly receive coordinated online abuse, fake accusations, and harmful targeted content. The reason this is considered malinformation is because some of the shared information revealed real identities, real photos, and actual personal details, but these were used maliciously to intimidate or attack people online. The technique used to analyze these included checking the original context of posts, tracking coordinated behavior from fake accounts, and identifying manipulated narratives designed to provoke harassment rather than inform the public. Now, let us summarize the differences. Disinformation is false information spread intentionally to deceive people. Misinformation is false information spread unintentionally because people think it is true. Malinformation is genuine information used maliciously to harm others. These three forms of fake or harmful information are dangerous because they spread confusion, fear, division, and distrust. In the Philippines, where millions of people use social media every day, fake news spreads extremely quickly. This is why media literacy and fact checking are very important. Before believing or sharing information online, we should ask ourselves several questions. Who posted this information? Is it from a reliable source? Can other trusted news organizations confirm it? Does the image or video show signs of editing or manipulation? Has it been fact checked already? As students and digital citizens, we all have the responsibility to think critically and verify information before spreading it online. To conclude, fake news is not just an internet problem. It affects real people, real communities, and even entire countries. Understanding disinformation, misinformation, and malinformation helps us become smarter, more responsible, and more aware in the age. Thank you, and I hope this presentation helped everyone better understand how harmful, fake, and misleading information can be and why fact checking matters.